Okay, you know what? Alright. Okay. Alright. So that video that I made that was like 5 months ago, this is what I'm gonna do. I think I said I'm gonna make like 100 videos, something like that. So, I'll explain this later, but eventually I did get my phone taken away for something I did, and I got my phone back recently, and I've done two things that I have not, I went to Costa Rica, I went to the jungle, I explored the waterfalls, I got to see a poison dart frog, and I got to swim in the waterfalls, and it was a majestic experience. And yeah, I went there and I had like a realization, like, bro, all this technology and this stupid addictions to like bad stuff and stuff like this, that it's like so horrible to me. I hate that. And so ever since then, I just had like a different view on the world. But like literally yesterday, I joined Muay Thai, right? Like 2 or 3 months ago. I got my white belt and 4 stripes. And yesterday I went up against this kid, and I went up against this kid, and he was little. He was more little than me. He was a little bit shorter. You know, age difference, weight difference, height difference, but the experience difference, he had the advantage. He was a blue belt, which is like more than 1 year of experience, maybe 2 years of experience in Muay Thai. So obviously I got destroyed. Kid was using a bunch of low kicks, hit my left leg a lot, and so it was hard sparring. It was not a fight. So it was basically training. It wasn't a fight. I consider it a fight. But I remember in that moment, I always viewed fighting not as like a hard thing, but like some really cool thing. But while I was in there with the headgear, super uncomfortable, with the pad here, with the boxing gloves, I'm sweating like crazy. There's a whole crowd of people watching me, and I was getting destroyed by the low kick. And this kid, he was hitting hard. I did not expect him to hit that hard, so I had to hit hard back. Obviously, like, it was some, like, hard sparring, and so they lifted both of our arms up, which is a thing, even though it was just sparring, so they shouldn't do that. They're treating it kind of like a fight, like they were giving us a taste of the Smoker, which is a fight that, like, it's gonna happen in October. You can compete if you want. And so during that fight, he came at me with the low kick, and that was a wake up call. And so during the fight, you know, I was trying to check the kicks, but I was hitting him with some low kicks. I was punching him in the stomach, couldn't punch in the face. But I remember being there, being destroyed by the low kicks. And I was like surprised because I thought I had an advantage on this kid. But I did not. I did, but it wasn't really useful. That kid destroyed me. And so basically I was sitting there. never been that gassed out in my life. Like, my lungs felt so heavy and they hurt. They hurt after the fight. That was just crazy, and I was getting destroyed. And in the middle of the fight, I was thinking to myself, like, bro, for the past, like, year, for how long have I been saying, I'm gonna transform my body. I'm gonna do this, do that, do this. I'm gonna be a top G. And then I would talk to myself and I'd be like, I don't care about this stupid stuff. And then I do that stupid stuff. I could get in trouble at school. I do all my bad habits. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And so, you know, I was like, I don't care about the summer. I don't care about the timing. And I was like, but at the same time, I was like, I want to make 100 videos on YouTube. To show how much I'm struggling and, like, look at my journey, and so people know my story. And I was so disappointed in myself this summer, because since like 5th grade, that summer before middle school, I was supposed to glow up, and I didn't. I stayed the exact same. During 6th grade, I was supposed to change. I wanted to change, but I didn't. During the summer, it was like, yes, this time I'm being for real, because it's the 7th grade. And then it was half of the summer has gone by already. We have like a quarter of the summer left. Like a third. No, like like 1/4, 1/5. Maybe. And I've done nothing, and I was like, I don't care about the timing, like, in my mind. But in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what, maybe for the 7th grade, I'm just gonna stay the same. Stay normal, and I'm just gonna struggle more, so my story's even better. But during this fight, I realized, wow. Like, just wow, bro. I respect UFC fighters way more, 100% more. I respect the top, you know. I respect my brother more. He joined the Marines. That's 1,000 times harder than you think it is, and it's 1,000 times harder. Like, when you look at a fight, you don't really think like about really anything, but you're just looking at the fight, right? But you have no idea the struggle during that fight. It is crazy. And so during that fight, I had a realization, and like, I've had a realization on all of life. I know I'm living my life so stupidly right now. Lots of people are living like with bad habits and stuff in the internet, and I had a realization, and it made me understand how the top G thinks. And, you know, like, bro, I find, like, now those Sigma edits are so dumb. Why are you making an edit of that, even though you're not even considered Sigma? You're trying to be a more masculine man. That's, to me, that's brain dead to me. Like, you know, Neon, right? On Aiden Ross's stream, he was making fun of the top G. Bro, you have no, like, what? You're not even, like, trying right now. And it's like, me, you're not even trying right now. Why do you have an opinion on this? And so, like, the realization, I can't explain it to you. It's like, I've never experienced this myself, but let me try to give some examples. Like you lose a loved one, right? And you you realize like, wow, I should have spent more time with them and stuff.